Greetings, good morning, how's everybody doing? We are back at it again with an impromptu trip back down to Missouri. It's July 10th, gonna get down there tonight, do a little bit of work, got a lot of stuff going, but it's just me riding solo, so we're iPhone footaging, made up my own word there, for all you guys, so we can give you more of a look as to what we got going on the property. I decided to go last night, so short notice, no camera guy, but sorry for the slight hiatus from social media. If I had to be honest with you guys, social media, I feel the same way as most of you do about it. It's great for you guys to retain and obtain the content, but there's probably a day where I make my grand exit and never do social media again for all the reasons that we all already know. So sorry about that. We're gonna keep some content coming. It's gonna be a little less frequent like we've talked about in the past, but more in the field showing you guys what we're doing. So headed down to Missouri. Got a chore list, moving some cameras, spot spraying some plots, checking on my beans, checking on my corn. There's probably some other stuff, but we're on the road, southbound. Pulling into the southern side of the property, and believe it or not, this is a county road, and it's just recently been maintained, so when we get some rain, this will be impassable. And nobody's gonna be coming down here other than UTV, including myself. So right now I can take the truck, and then right here is my property. And this is why we put the corn up. And you can see my blind way out there. But this corn will be too tall to see anything out there very soon. Well guys, this is why you come check. As you can see, my beans don't look good. Just did some spot spraying. Fence was down in one spot, and I think a deer ran through it. I think the deer are getting in here and eating my beans. The corn looks good. I mean, we're gonna have late season corn, but we're gonna oversee the hell out of this with a bunch of greens. I don't know if the beans even got a chance at this point, so I'm gonna think over tonight, but got my spot spraying done. Gonna do some more touring of the farm. Show you guys what logging has been done. It's been pretty dramatic. Got a good, decent first sale on timber. One thing that we did run into an issue with is when you let your timber get too mature, too old, disease occurs. Some of my larger oaks had cattle worm from cattle being in here years ago, and the previous owners didn't want to cut, so that's one of the issues we ran into in the timber. So now let's move on to the timber, get out of here. That'll be night number one. As you guys can see, some areas got absolutely hammered as expected. This is kind of what I expected it to look like. I'd say about 40% of the property looks like this. Like, this is what you can expect, guys. Had a lot of big timber to come out of here. Simple as that. Diseased timber had to come out. I'm okay with these because what we're gonna do in the off season, it's not as simple as just logging and done. Brian's gonna come out here, Tall Grass Land Management, with a bunch of equipment for probably a week straight. We're gonna clean everything up in the off season and put more of these tops on brush piles, big piles, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them designated bedding areas. So it'll make the hunting a little more predictable. We're just gonna have to learn this year, but definitely some big changes. It's like learning a whole new property after this stuff takes place, guys. Alright guys, 5:40 in the morning, got up at about 5 this morning, headed to the property for sunlight, get some work done. So to recap, last night, got some stuff sprayed. Beans are a lost cause. I think the deer got in, fence came down in the spot. Try and reset up the fence. Also, the fence got shorted out, so if you can learn from a mistake here, if you're planting corn and beans together, we missed where we were off by like 20 yards as to where our corn and beans were, so our fence got shorted out probably in the corn. That's another thing. And you know what, I'll just be honest with you guys, logging itself, going great. But financially, with that cattle worm in there, I'm not going to throw numbers around, but it was significant. And I mean significant. So, you know, that's just what, how do you stop that from happening? You don't. You don't know what the inside of a tree looks like until you cut it, you know? So, just something you got to deal with. It's nobody's fault. It's not the logger's fault. It's not my fault. But day 2, we're headed out there. Gonna get some trail cameras moved. Gonna spread some seed. Get some Big and J out there. We did have a good buck on camera. I'll have to pull him back up on the laptop. But we had a good buck on camera like 20 days ago. And the camera's on 10-minute intervals, so we could have missed him in between. But 20 days ago, that's in mid-June, so he was good. So that is the one perk to yesterday. So let's see what happens. Back there in that opening is the gate where I just came in, and so I'm now on the east side of the blind, and this will be our access up into that blind. So as you can see, it's already grown in very nicely. But now we got to get a food plot worth coming to, so we're going to go up and plant some seed. So some of you are thinking, okay, Brett, what are you planting? Everything, okay? I'm even reseeding corn and beans, broadcasting it. If I get 25% germination, that's all I expect. So I'm putting down enough seed to compensate for that. Also putting down radishes, turnips, brassicas, winter wheat, winter rye. That stuff will do better, smaller seed. Takes less seed soil contact with these rainstorms coming. These big seeds not gonna do as well, corn and beans. But I had them. This is the Bonafide blend from Stratton Seed Company, and then I'm using the Frigid Forge greens, Autumn Quick Plot, Big and Beastie, things like that. So normally if your seeding rate is, let's say, 4 pounds per half acre, I am putting down double that. So that's a good rule of thumb if you guys are out broadcasting, especially overseeding stuff. Double the seeding rate for ideal germination. Pretty nice buck. Not sure which one he is. Okay guys, got some Big and J out. Got the seed down. I want to try and give you an idea as to what the farm kind of looks like, because I know when we did the food plot video, you just can't tell until things are planted. So behind me is my south access gate. I'm trying to get up high here. And what we did is we planted 6 acres of corn all the way around here. Okay, that's the timber back there I expect them to come from. And all that way off in the distance, way out there, is the beans. You can even see the blind out there. And then straight behind that blind, another couple hundred yards, is this southern or the northern little back cove. So in that back cove, I'm gonna put another blind up there. But this at least gives you a little bit closer of an aerial view as to what we got going on. This corn is gonna work as a screen. It's also gonna feed these deer. We can mow corn here, so we'll mow corn late season. Have acres and acres of food, even though the beans, I'm just gonna say it, failed. That's food plotting, that's hunting. Just gotta persevere and figure it out. Well guys, got up the rest of the trail cameras. Some of them are having a hard time getting service out here in the boonies, so don't love that, but this is what it is. So recapping things, doubled the seeding rate on some greens and beans. Hope to get some germination with the storm tomorrow, make up for the deer getting into my beans, move the fencing around a little bit. Got the Big and J down. That will definitely supply us with some good shooter buck photos throughout the summer here. And yeah, ran some cameras, so got what I need to get done. Gonna go check out a neighboring property, because guess what? Somebody might be buying another 60 acres. This guy. To be continued. See you guys next time.